Good morning, everybody. This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, or this is the Lazy Farmer. I am Kurt H. However you want to put it. Good morning to you guys. Happy Saturday morning, and here I am streaming at my normal time this Saturday and next Saturday. I should be doing that, and then for the next few weeks after that, I'll be back on this Sunday. Hang on, I'm gonna get a fan going. It's already getting warm in here. Woo, man. All right, summer's right around the corner. I am not looking forward to it. Anyway, how's everybody doing? All right, so it's been a couple of weeks since I was streaming last. And let me make sure everything's set up here fine. Good. And I want to look at this here. Hang on. It's one of those things. Yep, at the last minute. There we go. Okay. Now you guys, what's up, Albino? How you doing? Well, that's what I'm going to explain. It's been a couple of weeks since I streamed last, and I think I put a message out to the community that because of a situation, basically what it was is I don't live that far away from where I work, and whether I ride a bicycle or where I drive a car, it takes about 15 minutes for me to get to work. So I've been riding a bicycle, and it's been good for my heart and a whole bit, and my cardiologist has actually said that my heart's been getting stronger and stronger, so I'm going to keep doing things like that. I got hit. And, yeah, no, it's, I don't remember. I honestly don't. I know that I think I hit the ground hard enough that I do wear a bike helmet, and it cracked my bike helmet. So I'm dealing with a concussion, you know, and how that goes, you can't look at monitors, you'll get light sensitive, things like that. The headaches and stuff kind of went away, and then I woke up one morning a couple of days after the accident, and my knee was swollen up to the size larger than a softball, and actually acting like I had no stability at all whatsoever. So last week, it was just painful. I was just in a lot of pain, and just, with that, and I'm like, yeah, I can't stream. I can't focus. So, and I'll tell you, even after the concussion, my dyslexia has been kicked in. So if I say something wrong, forgive me. Anyway, and of course, the channel motto is, what is it? If I make mistakes, I do it because you don't have to. So there it is. All right, but I'm back. Here it is. I'm ready to go. That's enough of that. No sympathy, please. I've had my first cup of coffee. I'm working my second cup of coffee. So I've got one eye open. All right, I'm going to go to Virginia Beach to see monster trucks on the beach in May. Nice, good for you, man. There's a couple of guys that hang out on here on the southeast map. That's where I'm at today. I'm on the southeast server, and a couple of guys that hang out over here, that hang out in my Discord. A couple of great guys. They're going to down here to Waycross, as a matter of fact, and we're actually kind of laughing at them because they're going to do the Run8 Happy Dance, and they're going to do it on camera. So if you watch the virtual rail cam for thanks, Douglas. But watch the virtual rail cam for Waycross, and you see a pair of idiots out there doing this weird dance at the crossing. That's a couple of guys that are watching my channel here. So anyway, speaking of which, you know what I want to do? I want to get there it is over here. I'm going to get radio chatter going in the background. All right, so let me tone that down just a little bit there. All right. Let's see if you guys, yeah, it looks like you guys got that. All right, so that's going to be radio chatter in the background. That's coming from Broadcastify. So it's open. It's out there for anybody to listen to. That's actual real-time radio chatter from Waycross. Let's see. Dirt Crew, Blockhead, Cyber Attack, Dirt Crew, Dozer, Saigon Shaker, Airmail, Tailgater, Bad Company, Smashosaurus, and the monster trucks are going to be in Virginia Beach. Nice. We just had monster trucks come through here, and one of those sounds familiar, but he was parked in one of the strip malls and sitting there for a couple of weeks. So what was it? I don't think it was Smashosaurus. I don't know. I'm just, but yeah, you know, it's something I've never done. I've been to NASCAR races. I've been to IndyCar. I've been to Formula One, but monster trucks, and I've been to drag as well too. In fact, I even back in the day when I was in high school at it's Infineon Raceway now, but back then it was called Sears Point. Used to do Wednesday night drag races, and I used to participate in that. That's actually a little bit loud. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go, on my end. If it's too loud for you guys and not chatter, that's overtaking me, let me know. So, alright, let's go ahead and let's get the telemetry up. We got the HUD going. So, what we're doing today, oh, wrong way. I forgot. I am reversing. I'm building the A754. So, the A754 is a local that runs out of Waycross, Georgia, and it goes up to Fitzgerald, and then turns, and then comes back down, and it works industries on the way up and works industries on the way down. It also brings with it the A726 and A740 cut of cars for the two locals that work out of Fitzgerald. So it goes to Fitzgerald, drops those two locals, and then works industries on the way back. And of course, it's picking up a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I just worked it the other day. Somebody started. I finished. Oh no! Ken has joined the server. Oh, you know what that reminds me too? It means I gotta jump in and get down there in the Discord here in just a minute. Let me go ahead. So anyway, there's been a change to the map too. I'm not gonna say what it is. I want to see if my regular players notice it. I did a little bit of work last night on the server when nobody was around. So we'll see if they notice it. I'm going to flip all these. I got to find what I'm looking for. I think I went down the wrong track now that I think about it. Let me, car tags on. There we go. Did I go down the wrong? I think I'm going down the wrong track, which is normal for me. I think there's what I want right there. The A726 and the A740, I need both of those. So, it doesn't matter which one, as long as I grab them both, and I did go down the wrong one. We can fix this. Awesome, that sounds like a great family time. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of you, man. Yeah, unfortunately, my daughter's gone one way. We spend a lot of time talking. My son is so busy, and he's gone the other way. I miss him. I don't see him as much as I wish I did. So, but that is the way of things. I had a pastor that actually told me that when you have children, they're just visitors that come and hang out in your house for about 18 years. And then your job is to get them ready so that they can go out in the world and be productive citizens, which means you're not their friend, you're their parent. There's too many people nowadays that, oh, I got to be my child's friend. No, you're not doing them a favor. You're not doing the society a favor. Don't get me started on that. I got myself started. But, my daughter's going through some stuff right now, and unfortunately even her she's got her computer back, but yeah, it's an ugly situation. I feel sorry for her. All right, we're going to go stop that one. Let's get some lights on. We only need to turn lights on both ends here. When you're inside the yard, you don't need to have your ditch lights on. Okay. I've been playing a lot of different games lately. I've been playing, well, actually, Lord of the Rings Online. It's gotten so much better. They've gotten new servers out there. In fact, they just opened up another new server, so they've got 3 new 64-bit servers in the EU. They have 2 in the US, and they got a third one that's coming. But next week for that one is the anniversary. 18 years that game has been around. What's up, Handkerchief? Only 18 years? Mine are hanging around longer than that. Yeah, no, mine's my son is 18. He's still at the house, but that's only because he graduates. And let's see, did I just? Oh man, oh no, I think I'm going the right way. I just got to go up this switch up here. You know, I'm going to tell you, Hank, you have a boot. Just saying. Let's see, this. Yeah, these are outbound. That's forwarding yard stuff. Oh, man. I am telling you, this is, you're seeing an example. Okay, I want to go this way. I do want to go up this route here. Good. Okay, let's go turn into the first one, which is right here. Actually, yeah, I want to turn into that one. Get the 740, pull out, and then I'll grab the 726. So double that up. Whew. And are we still moving? We are still moving. All right. But you know what? You're a good dad, though, Hank. You're a good dad. So, and that's like, there's we got somebody else that hangs out in my servers and plays Run8, and he's like, okay, guys, I gotta go take this one this place. I gotta go do this place. And then he's also a good husband too. It's like, oh yeah, my wife needs me. So, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? Hank came out of hiding. Well, he's only hiding from you, Quincy. We all hide from you. We're afraid of the write-ups that you give us. Well, it's not the write-ups that we're afraid of. It's we're afraid of. It's how you deliver them. I mean, that big stick. It's pretty scary. I've been all right. Andrew. I'm recovering. So, thanks for asking. Yeah, I could boot them, but I'd rather get them started in life finance. You know, there's one thing that schools don't teach, and I don't think they do it right, but there isn't, you know, they do have a class on how I'm trying to see how I'm going to phrase this. They don't teach proper economics and how to get ready for college and how to be financially ready for college. But I'm going to get off of that thing. Okay, hold on. Everybody's sitting here looking at this right now saying that you're a nice guy. No, I'm kidding. You crack me up, man. I like talking to you. You're funny. We were watching that Waycross live feed down there, and I was watching one CSX guy yelling at another CSX guy. I'm like, look, there's Quincy doing his job. Yeah. But I know you're not down in Waycross anymore, so I have to pick on you. But we just got to pick on you. That's all, you know. And you are the guy. It's like, okay, here's a write-up. Quincy's going to come talk to you. I am going to come back, Andrew. I'm just out on medical leave right now. I'll talk to you about it when I get back. But yeah, I plan on being back. I just got hit. That was it. Hey, Quincy, you ever get down to Waycross anymore?
Do you know where 575's at? He's at Carlisle. No, he's not.
All right. Let's get on the ground.
a hold of them. They somewhere right there around Lane. Copy.
All right, I'm just going to do the F7 cheat on this one. There we go. And I'm actually going to take time here. Let's see, do we have anybody hanging out? We just only got one person hanging out. Let me go down here. What's up? Oh, hang on, now they can hear me. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Same thing, different day.
What's going on?
Same thing, different day. You guys notice anything new about the server?
I know it's traffic.
Hey. It's a start.
It's a start?
It's a start. So here's, I don't know where you're located. Well, I got an idea where I know where you want to move to, but anyway, in California, and I'm sure this is the way it is everywhere, but in California, it is, bikes follow the same rules of the road as cars do. So, and that's what I was doing is when I got hit, I was on the right side of the road, and so if somebody hit me, I mean, they were probably doing something that they shouldn't be doing. But I mean, especially if you're riding when it's dark, make yourself visible. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you, Hank. Make sure that you got a helmet on. If you have to, you can buy those. What's up, Devin? Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And but make yourself visible. I've got a harness that has a light on the front and the back. My helmet's got a light on it. I put extra lights on my bike. I made myself visible. And which then brings up, is it something that was done maliciously because I was visible? But I don't remember it. That's the thing, is I just don't remember it. So I just remember somebody was helping me and telling me not to ride my bike, to walk it, and then it was the weirdest thing, not even knowing where I was located. Just walking down the street going, I don't recognize anything. Hey, look, I'm playing like Ghost. I'm just using my independent brake. All right.
Gotta be heavier on the air.
Oh, okay. Got me. Well, I'm not smoking any brakes, so. How you doing, Devin?
Yeah.
Pretty good? All right.
Yeah. Oh, after that upset last night.
So, all right. So what I did is the server I tried. Nobody was on last night. And by the way, Ken, thanks for. I don't know if you got my message about approving somebody for the SRS.
I did.
Okay. And I got a message back from him saying, "Boy, that was done real quick. Thanks for doing that."
Oh.
So thank you for doing that.
Yep. Apparently the server went down last night.
Yeah, Maps messaged me, said the server went down he was on it and it went down at about 1 o'clock. No, actually, Hank, the bike isn't. That's the funny thing. I vaguely remember, I remember like something hit the back of my bike. And that's the thing. Other than a bunch of grass and stuff, so I must have landed in grass because there's a bunch of grass and dirt on my handlebars. Morning, trucker. How you doing? And but yeah, the bike's not damaged. By the time I was done at the hospital and everything, I got back to work because I made it to work after about 20 minutes, I think, I'm estimating, and walking in the wrong direction and heading for the other side of town before I started to recognize things. All right, I need to get this over. So what I'm doing, actually, let me get back to what I'm focusing on here. Let's see. So here's the map, and what I'm doing is I'm pulling from the bowl here on Waycross, and then what I want to do is I want to get it over. This is where the local yard is, and I want to get into the south forwarding. So I need to see which track in the south forwarding is open. So I'm going to do that by looking at another neat program called Yards. So brought it up. So if you haven't gotten this program, I mean, I would get it. And they just added, was it we're on beta 0.9 now. They just added 2 more yards, I think Pecan and Taft in the southeast.
I have not updated mine yet. So
No, when you go to launch it, it'll ask if you want to update it. Do the update. And so I did it. I've already got the update going, of course, and then I went and did the world filed upload. So I've got the current state. Now we did notice yesterday that in order to get the current state of pecan, you got to be in the pecan yard, which I'm like, if you're pulling from your world automatic saves, you shouldn't. I don't think you should have to be in the yard, or at least on that sub or whatever. But you should be able to pull it from anywhere. But I don't know. It's still a work in progress. It's still in beta.
I think, hi Kurt.
Hey, good morning.
I think if you're in single player, it'll work the whole world, but if you're in a server, it only does the local area you're in.
That's a possibility. And I mean, and that conversation that I had with him earlier was that it's not meant for server, it's meant for single player. But, and I was thinking about, this is my epiphany, Jason, because yesterday we were on here playing, and all we have to do is communicate. Okay, so if you're moving cars, like I'm pulling cars out of the bowl, you're the yard master for Waycross, that I would say, okay, I've pulled from track whatever to track whatever to put onto the south forwarding. You could actually go in and make those moves in yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of communication. And then if you haven't been on in a while, and then it's just a matter of signing into the server and then uploading the latest world file, because that will actually come from the server. But anyway, so I'm pulling cars out of the bowl, and I'm going to take them and put them on the south forwarding yard. And according to this, there's nothing on the south forwarding, so I'm going to put them on F11 is where I'm targeting for. So let me get this out of the way, and we'll go back to the map. And on south forwarding, F11 is right here on the top, and it's the closest one to the local yard. So I've got the 2 strings of cars, or I'm sorry, cuts. I got yelled at the other day. Cuts. Okay. What's that?
What happened to that? What happened to that string for Moncrief that was sitting here?
You mean the cut from Moncrief? I don't know.
Cars cut. Yeah.
I don't know. I got yelled at by Briscoe because he's like, we don't have strings, we have cuts. I'm like, okay, sir. Anyway, so all right, so we're gonna pull these out, and then we're gonna put these 2 cuts of cars for the A740 and the A725 over on the F11. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it.
apparently you should have told them it's my railroad, and on my railroad it's cuts.
Yeah. Well, that day it was a fun day because we were picking on each other a lot, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
All right, I need to cut over. I guess I got. Well, let's see. If I'm moving these 2 cuts of cars, then am I stringing over to this track then? I don't know. So, all right.
You're doubling over. You're doubling over to the.
Oh, okay. I'm doubling up. There we go.
Good brake test on that CSXE 3160.
So, all right. Let's have some fun here. No, let's not have any fun playing Run8. What a stupid
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
No
So,
fun at all. No,
yeah.
Can't have any.
So I got back on. Hey, I know Jason, I don't know if you came back on, but I mean, it's like I went and took a nap, and it was like a 7-hour nap yesterday.
Oh yeah, I slept most of it. I
Yeah.
got on like in the middle of the night when I actually woke up.
So, all right. So I started adding eye candy to the server. If you guys will take a look, you'll notice that there is traffic.
Yeah, I'm
See
watching
that.
a rock train go through the middle of Baldwin Yard.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I had to do some maneuvering with switches down there to get them to keep going.
So
Yeah, I see the network track down here.
So anyway, the traffic is, well, the different trains have come from a list that was provided by Briscoe, and we know he works for CSX. So the train symbols are from back in the day, and what the trains are and where they go, they're all back from, the time era of what is being modeled here in Run 8. So the big thing, especially for you down there, Devin, since you're yard master for Baldwin, I had to add one train so that it would actually go through. I think it's the K804 goes through Baldwin Yard and out through South Baldwin, Wildwood, 2 points.
Winston.
Yeah. Let's see. I need to go past all this, and then I need to go past this one down here. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go free fly here because I want to go check these switches because make sure that everything, like this one's not right. Someone left one reversed. And that was probably me. Okay, we're good. So what's the plan for everybody? Everybody having fun today playing Run 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken says, yeah.
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 This isn't fun, man. This is work.
Uh-oh.
No,
This is not work.
I got it to work, Ken, first. I got it to work, Lazy.
Was I right? What's up? Good morning. By the way, good morning, Ghost.
Good morning to you, Ken, or first.
So, all right. So was it what I thought it was? That cable wasn't connected all the way into your 5R?
No, it was it was the model. So it was when I went in there, I plugged the cable in, like you said, right?
Right.
And I went up there. It was about 1 in the morning, so I was like, it was bugging me. It was just calling my name, like, Dylan, come get up there, get on the computer. So I went up there, and when I figured out that it worked, it was a different model. So I put the UV5R. So I just went for the 5R, and it did it. Everything transferred. Everything that was on the radio transferred onto my file. Then I
Okay,
went to the
so that was exactly what I asked you. Was it say on the front of your radio? So if you don't you got the same ones that I bought then.
Not as I bought the exact same brand, but
Okay.
I didn't think didn't get the right model.
Well, okay, it doesn't matter. The bottom line was you got them to work.
Yeah.
Got them. Good. All right, so
He bought the shorter version ones, the one I sent a link to him for.
yeah, because the ones that I bought that 2-pack, and with the stubby little antennas on there, I've been getting UP Bakersfield, which is, like I said, just 3 hours away from me, and I've been also getting BNSF Bixler as well too. Just by sitting here with it on the antenna that's on the radio, no external antennas. So I'm just in a kind of an RF dead zone. One being in this house, it kind of kills all RF signals, and then just there's not a lot of activity right here. So, but they're really cool radios. We're talking about the Baofeng radios. They're amateur radio ready. So if and I'm a ham radio operator. If you're not ham, you can still buy them. There's nothing that says that you can't listen to amateur radio. Just don't hit that push to talk button, because the FCC will come and find you in it with a big stick. And I mean, it's a big stick. You could lose your radios and anything else that they think or deem could be used to transmit, they will take and seize. So, Quincy, the plan is trying to get into both of your servers, Farmer. Okay, so here's the thing. Which one are you trying to get into? And when you say both, I have more than one.
He's in here right now.
Is he in here with us?
Not in here with us, but he's in the server.
Oh, okay. So he's in the server. I didn't see him. I missed it.
Yeah.
But I did feel a disturbance in the force, so... Okay, we'll set that back to normal. I want to go this way, and this should be F11 right here. AGS into southeast. Yeah, I got both of those. So I just need to, if you're in the server, you're good. It means I don't have to add you to the bot. But if you're having trouble with the password, then let me know, and I'm going to have to go and add you to the bot, Quincy. And that goes for anybody once you're in. Well, you know what? Maybe you need to change your ways, Quincy. You know, I'm just saying, you know, stop punching us in the face. When you go to write us up, don't, you know, just hand us the paper. You don't have to punch us in the face with it. So, hang on. Let me see. Go here.
He needs to be at.
And okay. Yeah, he does need to be added. Okay. All right, Quincy, you've been added to the bot, so just go ahead and do the refresh pass, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, so just / refresh pass. You'll get your password, and that'll get you into the servers for the day. You'll have to do that every time you try to sign on. Portland, Maine, or Portland, Oregon? If you're from Portland, Oregon, man, we'll say some, give you some prayers up there. All right, I'm trying to reverse now. But welcome from Portland. Oh, there's probably other Portland places. What's up, Hodge? How you doing? So anyway, and then this train will not be that I'm building is not ready to go up there yet, because actually up in the Fitzgerald, there's the 726 and the 740 that need to be sorted and delivered. So there's lots of work. There's lots of work to be done. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is changing the industries. And what I mean by changing the industries is just changing the amount of time. So it might take a little bit longer for cars to turn. So, and that came from somebody that, somebody that actually worked this area, and they made the statement that Run8, the industries actually are turning their cars too quick. Usually they need to be like 1 to 2 days longer. Portland, Oregon, you're just up here you're right up there on the way. You're on the same coast as me and Mike. Speaking of Mike, where is Mike? He's not here. He's fired. No, he worked last night, so.
Kurt, I sorted out. I got the Fitzgerald yard finished sorting out yesterday.
Oh, did you really? Oh man, look at you! Because I looked at that and I could have swore that they weren't even be sorted yet, but that's good. So now so it means the 726 and the 740 are ready for delivery. Then that's awesome. Which means that once those get delivered and the outbound cars are placed on the P patch, this one will be ready to go up again. So we'll have another one for another set for the Fitz.
I'm just about done up here in Oglethorpe. So the 732 and 731 are good to go too.
Okay, so you need 731, 732. Okay, well that's I'm gonna step back because hear me, I'm just jumping in, and I say step back because we do have a yard master down here in Waycross. I'm not sure who that
Yay.
is.
He's hustling power right now, so.
Alright, let's get you onto this one. I
Have you
believe.
been promoted? You're only hustling power now?
Say that again, Ken.
I said you're only hustling power?
Yeah.
So there's lots to do. I know the VLS plant. Hey, Quincy has joined the server. And this is, why is my other machine smoking? Oh, no, kidding. But anyway, we need somebody that will look at all the plants. So I already know who I think I'm going to make that person, but we just need somebody to come in and look at the plant. Mainly VLS is number one. That one needs to be worked. That one needs to be worked almost daily. But I think to the matrix, I'm going to have to add a tab for plants. I think I have something going, but I need to go look at what, besides VLS, which other plants we have out here. Well, welcome, Quincy. I see you're here.
I'd put that steel plant in the matrix.
One down in Baldwin.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's go a little bit of slow speed here. Give it an extra little notch. We're going to hold it's 10 miles an hour inside the yards. It is 5 miles an hour in the repair facilities. So even if you're on the map and if you have a rail driver, or if you pull up the speed and the map's going to tell you 15, it is not 15. Real world, 10 miles an hour in the yards, 5 in the maintenance area. So that's what we're holding to. Other things that we do too, yards are responsible for sorting and delivering. So if you want to work out of, say, Taft, and you're going to get cars down there, why is this string of cars not pre-sorted? We don't pre-sort. They don't do that in the real world. All they know is this car has to go to Taft. It's going to go with those other cars that have to go to Taft, and then it's going to go to Taft, or go to Oglethorpe, or wherever. Once it gets to the yard, then it's on the local crews to sort and deliver. So lots of work to do. Ryan, you can join us. If you've got Run8, come join us. All you need to do to join us on the server, it's not that hard. One, you got to have the base game. You have to have one of the DLCs for the Southeast. You don't have to have them all, but you have to have at least one of them. So say if you just want to play on the Fitzgerald, all you need is the Fitzgerald DLC, and that's all it's going to give you. When you sign in, you're just going to be able to play on the Fitzgerald. You're not going to be able to play on the entire map. But it's still something that you guys can do. Come join us, and we'd love to have you. More the merrier. Many hands make light work. I need to figure out a timer for your power, Jason.
Oh yeah.
So we can,
cycle it.
Yeah, how to cycle it, and even for the ones that are down at the other yards, we can send, you can send a message down, say like down to Devin, hey, I'm going to send you 2 units. I need these 2 sent back dead in tow. So let me go through, get serviced.
Oh, I made a timer in my one sheet for Railroader.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you use Google?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to ask you. I'll get with you later and see what the timer looks like and how it works. Because we can, if you don't mind, we can incorporate that into the matrix. All right. So that's the lead. I think that's H10 right there that goes in, and that cars you see down there, that's the local yard. So we're going to push these up to where they just get about to the end of the local yard. That way it'll give us enough room for the cars that we've got to switch out. And in the local yard, not only do we this, we have 2 cuts of cars for the for Rayonier. So that actually needs to be sorted as well too. So if you guys are noticing if that something's not routing right, just make a note of it and then send me a DM. Because I have to go in, because like that was a Decade 04 I noticed was gonna completely bypass Baldwin, and it's supposed to go through Baldwin. So I had to go and redo the tag on that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Other than that, yeah.
I was taking notes. There's like one that's double entered, so when it comes north, it tries to go up to Savannah, but it's only supposed to go up to towards Waycross. So.
Okay. You'd say, what do you mean by double entered?
It's entered in 2 different spots.
Oh, you're talking about in the train routing editor?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's trying to go both ways at Folkson, so.
Gotcha.
4,500. All right, here we go. Thank you, Daryl. Dispatch route.
All right. So local yard sitting there. Now run these locomotives back down to the other end of the bowl so they can be used for trimming. We got some cuts of cars ready to go. We could probably send out. And I think I'm going to add those sheets that I was using to build the eye candy, and add those to the matrix as well, because it's got some. If we get the routing right, or if I get the routing right, then you guys can use the tags for the locals. All right, tie these down. We'll leave these here, and the train. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave that one. Oh, you know what? This is where I'm looking at it, I'm seeing it, but I'm not recognizing it. I need to take the stretch force off the coupler. Oh, I forgot. I hit the take the handbrakes off the locomotives. There we go. I can open the coupler up. Alright, we're going to go here, and we're going to just attach that onto the end. There's no air, though, so we're good. Get back here. There we go. Alright, let's see. Which ones... want to use yards right. Inventory edit. Car mover, I think is what I want. Select track. No. Yeah, A754. So B12. And this gets moved to F11. I just realized I'm not showing yards. There we go. So if I click that and do Control A, drag and drop. Boom. Okay, and then save the changes. Yep. And then I think B11 was the other one. A740. Yeah, scheduled trains. Yeah, okay, so it looks like why is that one green? And I can't select
green?
it. Yeah, it's green in the yards. I'm still trying to figure out yards. So B11 is showing the A50. Oh, wait, did I already do this? Let me remove this one. Let me see if that's it. Hang on. Remove that train, the outbound train. Okay. Now we'll go to car mover. Now, move cars from the move from track to the move to track. You can reorder cars and assign a train symbol. Right click for more options. That's still not letting me move it. Reset. There we go. Yeah, I had to reset it, and now it's all right. So Control A. Oops, pick a car. Control A. Drag and drop. I said drag. Oh wait, select the track. How about if I do that? F11, which is already there, and then come in, drag and drop. I think I've got that one in the front. Doesn't really matter. All right, so there's that, and save changes. So B11 is, yeah, B11 and B12 are now empty over here. And if I scroll down to south forwarding, and there they are on the south forwarding. So, all right, so yards worked. All right, let's move this back. You're gonna have a new profile picture, CSX? What's your new profile? You're going back to CXX trains again? Ryan, I know you said Portland, but I don't know if I asked you if you have Run8. If you don't, you got to get it, because we all hate it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
Positively.
yeah, absolutely.
Worst game ever.
It's not a game; it's a simulator.
Okay, so worst simulator ever.
There you go. Okay. How many hours do you have in it?
I've probably got millions of hours in it.
Monster trucks. Okay. CSX is gonna move over to monster trucks now.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm I don't even know. I can probably figure it out somewhere. It'll probably tell me what how many hours I have in Run8. So with all the money that I've spent on Run8, every hour changes the amount. The fun per minute, you know, the fun per hour cost. All right. Oh, Hodge is taking care of business at house before he gets on. That's so responsible. That's not what we're looking for. Current profile pictures, monster trucks. You know, there's got to be like a monster truck simulator out there somewhere.
Bet you there is.
Yep. All right. We're going to tie these down like right here next to the air trim set. And then we're going to jump down and grab the local. All right, go in here, hit the E-stop, come off all the brakes, gun on the ground, and running, isolate, running, isolate, we're good. Okay. Oh, lights are off on this one, and train relinquish, there we go. Free fly. Yeah, kind of on the switch, but I'm alright. It's my railroad, I can do what I want. They have Monster Jam Steel Titans 1 and 2. Uh-oh. Alright, so there's my power for the A754. I don't want that. I want this. Let's go ahead and get the MP15s fired up. And we're going to go put this into switch mode. There we are. Headlights on. Ground and gauge lights on. It's raining in Waycross.
So you can find your total hours in sim with the external assistant from Run8 and using the vernal meter.
Ah, something I never use. The vernometer. I guess I don't want to look at it because it tells me how many times I've screwed up.
Tells you how many derailments you have, how many broken couplers you've done.
Okay, derailment's not necessarily my fault. Broken couplers, yeah, that's me.
Total shift F5s you've done.
Oh, that's the panic.
Yeah, that's the panic thing.
All right, how many shift F5s has Ghost done?
Oh, he's probably got thousands. I have 80.6 hours stopped at a red signal.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
How many red signals have you gone through? It's in the external assistant for Run8. There is a feature called the vernometer, and that's basically it looks at everything that you've done and gives you an idea how well you're doing, how long you've played, and how well you're doing as an engineer in Run8.
According to this, I have 819.2 hours in sim, but that doesn't. That's just since, you know.
Since you were running that program.
Yeah, since I'm running.
Yeah.
Running the external assist. Well, running probably version 2 or version 3, wherever that information actually came from, because I've had it since version 1. So, you know, a little more hours there in it since that too. So.
All right, let's start sorting this stuff. First one's easy. This all goes to VLS. I think out of the 754, that's the biggest one is VLS.
Yeah. No, that is probably. But they're all empty, so.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Okay. Grab this one. All right, shove back. Coupler. Oops. There we go. And pull forward. Run, Forrest. Okay, he's going straight across where I want him to go.
U514 in Nashville is departing. Forwarding 8 will be opening up here soon.
Copy. I think that's is that our first train leaving to get stuff off the map? I'm excited.
Probably.
I'm excited by that. It means that most of all the work and stuff that needs to be done is pretty much almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Going a little fast here.
I moved our Atlanta track over to Bowl 6 instead of 2 or whatever it is on. That one filled up so fast.
Gotcha. Oops. And pop. All right. And this should be F11 here. So we're going to shove these back.
Yuck, it says I got 0.1 hours in the Trackmobile. Yuck.
I think we all do have that when they first dropped that. I call it the little gutless wonder. Put that back to normal.
I got 2.1 hours in the Trackmobile.
Wow, you got more patience than I do.
Well, speaking of Trackmobile, there's actually one that's over here on the Savannah in the transload yard.
Oh.
The Trackmobile came out before the MP15s. So every time I see a Trackmobile, yeah, it gets deleted and an MP15 gets put in its place.
Oh, so you want to put an MP15 in its place?
Yes,
here?
you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Because I think
yes, I do have more patience for the little MP.
I like the MP15s. I'm actually speeding again too.
Quincy, we need that write-up.
Yeah,
right away.
write me up, Quincy. And I'll be back out again with another concussion.
I think Quincy's just gonna throw the book at you. Probably will get a
He's,
concussion.
well, it's old. He's old school. He's not going to throw the book at me. He's going to beat me with the book, so that way there's no marks, nothing showing. You know, nobody can claim anything.
Yeah.
Says you're watching.
You know, I'm watching. Yeah, for about a minute, he like was trying to talk me into coming down. He's like, "I'll train you. I'll train you. I don't care how old you are. I'll train you." Could actually be fun. It could be the worst decision I ever made in my life. I don't know. But every time I sit there and watch it, what's going on in Waycross in real life, and it's like, you know what? I wish I had really spent more time pursuing trying to get on with Southern Pacific, which means now I'd be part of Union Pacific.
Yeah.
Or retired.
I actually worked with a guy up here that worked for Southern Pacific when he lived in California. And then he went to the Ford plant in St. Paul till that shut down, and then he came over to BN.
So I miss Southern Pacific. What does Smashosaurus look like? I have no idea. I didn't mind training folks, but way too many attitudes and personalities. You know, that's the thing. Well, attitudes, something you can change. Personalities, though, that's something you have to change yourself to deal with. And you figure out, as a former manager myself, yeah, it's like you got to figure out each person's personality and reach them where they're at. But attitude, yeah, attitude you can get away with. So I passed that gig on and went back to road service where I was belong. And I think he said he's out of Ohio now. Alright, we're going to grab and pull these up a little bit more. Let's see what we got.
Jason must have to go get coffee for the wife.
Maybe. Fostoria. So Quincy's out of Fostoria. That's actually cool. Alright, let's pull this up and get on the ground so I can see what I'm doing here. None of these cars have air. They're completely bled. They've been sitting there for a few days. But Farmer, you said that cars are not supposed to be pre-sorted. They're not. Except for these are. This is the local yard. So the 754 is a local that runs out of Waycross. So these get pre-sorted. All the others get sorted in the yards that they belong. Uh-oh. I'm almost out of coffee.
No.
Go notch 3. Don't want to get going too fast though, because all I have are the independent brakes to stop this. A monster truck called Cyber Attack looks like a cyber truck, so it's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just realized I'm an idiot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pushing them. I gotta go back down here and, yeah, let's stop this. I'm actually, instead of pulling them, I'm going the wrong way. Up. And this is something you guys see nothing? That will cause, yeah, you saw nothing.
Quincy's not watching, right?
No, he's not watching.
Okay.
These are all VLS except for that one. I'm hoping I will not have a problem here. If I do, it's my own fault. So I'll figure out how to fix it later. I'm sure it probably is pretty cool. I just think Cybertrucks are ugly. Although the other day I got to ride in my first Tesla, I was extremely impressed. You sure about that? Alright. Wax A754 RWG. Okay, that one still. Why does this one not have. Is that loaded? That is loaded. Why does this not have. What's it loaded with? That's the question. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a sign. Just give it combustible sign. Not necessary, but it adds to some of the realism. Alright, now we're going the right direction. Imagine. So, I'm thinking I might pull this whole thing out and work from the back, because look how many tank cars I have for VLS. It's a lot. And that's going to go right there. Okay. So I'll do the tank cars first, because I want to put them in right in the middle of the train here, and then have everything else up against them. Safety last. Lazy Farmer Simulations. Our motto here is investors first, cargo second, safety last. Hopefully Tim Jones will have the albino tailgater at the beach. Be interesting. Still would be fun to go. Don't tell Ghost. He won't go to Waycross. He'll go to Virginia Beach.
Oh, I was thinking about meeting Devin. I told Devin he was thinking about he was kind of saying that he might go to Pennsylvania. I was thinking about dropping 10.5 hours going up there.
Devin was telling me the other day that he was thinking about going down and meeting up with you and Groot. There'll be 3 idiots down there doing a Run 8 Happy Dance on camera. Alright, I'm going to pull up, drop this last car. That is not for VLS.
Don't tell Sean now, but
well, yeah, Sean's going to be mad because usually he's in here on my streams. He must have worked yesterday if he's still sleeping in.
right.
I messaged him and told him that you fixed the AI.
Did you DM or did you message him to his phone?
I DM'd him.
Okay.
I was like, "Go, Lazy, fix the AI." He's gonna be on here.
Yeah, now it's just to make sure the routing is right, and I can tell you right now the routing is not right. So yours, that one that goes, it comes in from down by you, and it goes out through. I think it comes what, Tallahassee? I think is where it comes from. The KO804 goes from the Tallahassee and goes, doesn't even come off that DLC. It just goes from Tallahassee right out through South Baldwin.
Yeah,
Then you
I
should
watched it
have,
go through.
and you should have a couple that will spawn in South Baldwin and go off map. But yeah, I just need to. And the thing about it, it's not. I have to go to each DLC that train needs to travel through and make sure it's routed correctly. So it's not just fixing the route. I have to fix the DLCs. So if you want to come join us, please do. You just have to have at least the base game and at least one DLC from Run8. And we do want you to be here. We got lots of room. Many hands make light work. Said it before. We are here at on the TheLazyFarmer servers as well as the SRS server. We're kind of we're a training group. Well, just best way I can describe it. It's about getting you ready. If you want to go to the Depot Plus, you can. If you want to go to a different server that does a checkout ride, you can. We're going to get you ready for that. Otherwise, there's no checkout rides. The only thing is we just ask that you kind of follow the rules that we do have in place and don't interrupt anybody else's fun, and come join us. Doesn't matter what time of day, the server's up 24/7. I don't want that one, I want this one. Set the brake on that one. We'll leave this one behind. Okay, and push back. There it is. All right. A little hard, but that's it. It is what it is. Okay. And now we can pull forward. Alright, that's a VLS. We can clear the sign off of that. That's VLS, clear the sign off of that. These are going to, was it something services? Basically, VLS is a company that will take empty cars, clean them, refurb them, and then send them back out. And it's a fast business. Fast in terms of what number way. That's why somebody needs to go ghost, go to that plant almost daily, ghost, and make sure that they're doing the car, turning cars and moving them over, getting them ready to, so we have a nice string, because we're going to have a lot of cars going in, not enough cars coming out. So we need somebody to go over there and take care of that plant, Ghost. Don't know if anybody else, if you guys can think of anybody, let me know, Ghost. Yeah, so.
I'll volunteer Ghost.
Go, hey, that's a heck of an idea. I think Ghost would be perfect for that.
What? I think you'd be great for that. Come on, Ghost. Take one for the team. Go over there daily. Come on, you'll be all right.
It'll be good for you, Ghost.
Yeah, you'll learn stuff.
No, what you really should do is send Sean up there. That should be Sean's job.
Groot.
You think Groot? You think Groot would be good for that? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do
a Taft.
You know what? Let's have some fun. He's not here. Let's pick on him. Okay. Let's see. Well, VLS is actually not by Taft. That's all by Fitzgerald.
Lazy, can I ask you a question?
Only likes to be in Taft,
Only if you think you can do it.
I was going to ask you, I'm currently not right now because I'm just in here in Discord, but if I can, because I got to do some painting today.
Okay.
So if I when I get off tonight, Can I do it? Can you put in? Or what is it you want me to do?
Well, actually, I was joking around because I was picking on you. But if you want to take over, whenever you come onto the server, look at the plant VLS because those cars turn like every 2-3 hours, I think is what it is, and it's moving the cars off of the repair track, putting them over onto the outbound track, and then when the repair track's empty, take the cars that are on the inbound track and move them over to the repair track. So basically, it's keeping the cars moving over there, and then you can go do whatever you want to do.
Well,
Hey, look, if
you want Great to do it, if you want me to do it, I'll be more than happy to volunteer. So if you want to put it in the I guess the question, should Great Goat be charged? You can.
There we go.
That's fine.
No, I was just messing around. But honestly, if you want to be responsible for something, because you're not really responsible for anything, you come on and you kind of, work with Devin. I'm going the wrong way again. You work with Devin or you work with Sean, and that's fine. But if you want to be responsible for something, be responsible for the plants.
Yep.
Not just VLS, but all the plants.
Well, there is a derailment that just happened at Blue Ridge, just an hour away from me. Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad just had a derailment.
So what you're saying is you went out there and put a penny on the track and caused a derailment?
No,
boy.
I'm hearing it through my radio.
Oh.
And I'm only like an hour from the place. I mean, I could probably drive right now to go and see it.
I think derailments happen more often than what you think, but a lot of them are just like they'll pick a switch or jump the track real quick, and it's something that can be fixed by the crew. It's when you got cars laying on the side, and then news media is looking for chemical spills, something that they can point at and look how bad this is, something to boost their ratings.
All right, here, hold on.
Speaking of which, I just realized that it did stop. There we go. Turn that back on again. Radio chatter was a little quiet out of Waycross. I must time out. I wonder what the timeout on that is. Take that handbrake off.
So we need three more cars to get in the clear. It's probably going to be more than that, but he'll stop it.
So since we know that Quincy works out of Fostoria, maybe what we need to do is find a Broadcastify radio channel, listens to trains out of Fostoria.
DTMF. What does DTMF mean?
It's a code. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but it's a code for if you were trying to make like a telephone call. Because some repeaters, if they're set up with the right equipment, can basically you can make a phone call from your radio through the repeater.
Trains have them.
Yeah.
All right, because it's popping up on my thing. It's like asking me to type it in. So.
No, it means you hit a key. It means you hit a key. So just hit just hit the monitor button or something, or give it a minute and it'll time out on you. I was gonna say hit the PTT to clear it, but you're not licensed to hit the PTT, so don't do that.
It stands for dual tone multi-frequency.
You went and Googled it, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't remember it myself, so.
Yeah, it's something, honestly, I think I've only used it once in my life, because the thing is, you make a phone call like that, it is not private.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Everybody that listens to that repeater will hear both sides of that conversation.
I had to use the railroad's morass system to call home one time because I couldn't find my phone.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm talking to somebody over the radio on the phone. It's kind of fun.
I mean, it is actually pretty cool if you, and you know, I guess the system was actually originally set up so that if, say, like Jason wanted to call home, then I could go pull the radio up and call his house, and you know, and let him talk on my radio. That is something you can do on your license. Let's see. Fostoria is my home terminal where I live, but it's very seldom I work that area. My time is either spent down south or other CSX territories. Kind of weird thing to do, but I like it. See, I would like that too, to be honest with you. Be able to, like, okay, I call one area my home, but I go to different areas. I'd be okay with that. I'm kind of weird that way myself. I don't like being in one area for too long.
East end of R6 and then come down the causeway, about 4 light poles. He'll be around there.
So, are you in the map right now, Ghost, working VLS?
No, he said he's painting.
Oh, he's painting? No, he's not. He's playing with his radio. That's how he got stuck on the DTMF.
Oh, well.
I think he's messing with chirp.
Yeah. I've come to the conclusion.
That is to make sure to turn off PGT
Yeah. Yeah, I've come to the conclusion that little device that you showed me, Ken,
Yeah.
I will use that when I'm out and about on my phone, but when I'm at the house, I use Chirp. Chirp is a lot easier to use.
Right. Well, it was the whole purpose is if you're in another area and you want to throw, put some codes in.
I'll let you know when the first call passes through.
Nice thing about having the Bluetooth. I ordered that too. I've got that in my radios coming.
All right, first call passes.
Did you get the same? Where are my radios? Oh, they're over there.
Same ones as.
You got the 5RM or?
Yeah, I got the short ones because I don't like the long radios.
Oh, I like the long ones.
I used to hate it when I used to take the old handheld scanner my dad had that was like the size of an old CV radio.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
So you got the UV5R? Is that what you got, or was it the AR5M? The AR5RM.
I think it's the 5M. They're still a 10 watt.
Okay.
It just doesn't have the big battery. It's
Gotcha.
2500 mil instead of or 28.
Yeah. I got 4 handhelds sitting here. 3 Baofangs, the TID radio, Bluetooth, and then I've got the Yaesu. Where'd my Yaesu go? There it is. And the Yaesu, which I paid like $500 for back in the day, is only $150 now.
Yeah, so it's 2500 milliamp batteries. They're the short ones, just like basically like the old 5R. But these are the 5R.
Gotcha.
Alright,
let's go.
It comes with all the same antennas and stuff that you have, the same.
Just shorter batteries.
Yeah, just shorter batteries.
Douglas Moore. My parents-in-law were from Fostoria. Always good to get ice cream in the summer and train watching in the Iron Triangle. That sounds really cool. Not only am I like an RF dead zone, I seriously have no really good place other than going by down to the Amtrak station and hanging out there, or the bus terminal. Bus terminal is where UP goes by. The Amtrak station here in this town is where the BNSF goes by. Last night, someone jumped on the radio. I guess that they either had a Baofeng or a Motorola, and this is what they asked. Oh, hang on a second. I'm reading this, not watching speed. Oh, it's under 5 miles an hour. I'm good with that. Okay. This is what they asked. Are there any trains coming? And the response the guy got was from CSX. Rail cops telling him to get off the radio and shut up. See, there's an example right there, Ghost, of why I was telling you. Number one, get your license. Number two, you got to be smarter. Okay? And I think the only time that I can think of where it would be acceptable to call out and get on the air to talk to a train crew is if they're dragging equipment and they're on the ground. I'm trying to think of like the ones up in Oregon where the guy had a car on the ground and he drug it for miles. They actually got on the radio and tried to reach the crew. But yeah, no, that's just stupid. I know you. Okay, what am I looking at here? That's PPL. I got another DFC right there. I'm going to shove this back a little bit more. Keep pushing, keep pushing. I'm up against a handbrake, but I want to clear this switch because I'm going to break it here. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you're right, Quincy. I mean, the bottom line is you don't do it. You don't talk to the train crews. You're not authorized to, to operate on that frequency. You're messing with federal, not only the rail cops, but, transportation and FRA, all those. I mean, everybody and their uncle is going to jump all over you for doing it. If that's the only question you have is there a train coming? I mean, let's be smart, people. In the meantime, just sit back and enjoy the scenery as you wait for trains to come. I mean, geez, Danny Harmon listens to the radio, but does he get on there and talk? No, he's smart.
Well, his Motorola that he actually has a railroad radio, but he doesn't have the mic plugged into his.
No,
so,
he's got a mobile base station is what he's got, and you can't really do that with a handheld, but with a mobile base like what he's got, that's the smart move. Is you don't want to make a mistake of keying up. Don't plug your microphone in, and don't even keep it in your car.
Yeah.
Because it's something. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, it's one of those things that if you're in an area and something happens and someone gets on the radio, they see an antenna on your car, they're going to question you. Go, hey, there's my radio, there's my antenna, there's no microphone. I don't have it. It's at my house. Exactly. Douglas has got it right. Better approach is call the number posted on the rail crossing and report to the DS. They can inform their crews. That's if there's on the ground. But if you're looking at, hey, is there a train coming? Just shut up. Don't even do that. That's just like that's stupid.
He's at Sessions right now. Of course, he's 14,000 feet.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
Start messing with the railroads, you're talking about felony level federal charges.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, they're not going to play.
Nope.
And that's what I was trying to even put out to Ghost here. If you're going to, I mean, you can buy a ham radio. You can listen to it all day long. I mean, that's fine. But if you key up and you don't have your ham radio license, they will find you. They're very good at it. And they'll come into your house, they'll take the ham radios, and they'll take anything else that they think can be used to transmit, and then they'll leave you with a nice piece of paper saying, please appear in court on this day and time for your, wrist slapping. Alright, so PPL is the next one. Open that coupler, we'll pull this forward. Why am I doing this? already started. Let's go ahead and... I actually wanted to leave that behind. And the reason is there's a PPL over here. Let me stop what I'm doing. I'll back this one in. And let's take a look at the entire train here. There's a PPL, CWS. There's another PPL. Okay. I have enough tank cars here. I'll probably take up both of those inbound tracks there at VLS. Shove this back a little bit more.
Hey, does it matter what end I top brakes on this one? Yeah, Tom on the west end. You don't
Whoops.
mind.
Now I can go ahead and reverse.
I'm over here in the boulevard waiting on you there.
Let's see what we got to catch up on thing here. Answer to the train coming question is yes, and then soon. Yep. Let's see. I don't mind foamers watching trains or taking pics, but the minute you start doing things that start to interfere with our safety and yours, I will call you in. Now, you know what? I agree with that. But to me, and this is my perspective, you have companies like UP that they just don't like foamers. But then you get those idiots that, you know, I was thinking of that lady that was taking pictures of the was it the 4041 or whatever it is, the big Union Pacific big boy that was traveling around, and she went and stood in the gauge as it was coming at her to take a head-on picture, and she moved at the last minute. Honestly, you know what? I'm not going to slow down. I wouldn't do it. I'm not risking to put the train on the ground. I'm just calling the herd. All right, now we're going to go down here. All right, open that one up. Let's see. Douglas says absolutely. There was an idiot on the ground in Fort Mason in the YouTube rail cam chat that went around the gate. Everyone in the chat took him apart for doing it and knowing it better. There is a reason for that because you got dumb folks doing dumb things, throwing switches, pulling pins. You know, you're not wrong. I mean, that kid that I watched that video before they took it down of that kid that actually caused that derailment, I think for BNSF, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Because he just wanted to catch something for his YouTube channel. You know what? Well, where's his YouTube channel now? And where is he right now? Well, I mean, I will say you know, you watch the trains that come out of Waycross, and they'll sit there and they'll toot their horn and stuff, but those people are sitting in a spot that's designed for foamers, you know, and that's where they stay. And that the same thing, we were making fun of the dude that was actually in the middle of the night. We're watching that feed, and there's a guy trying to set the rail, not the tie, the rail on fire with a Bic lighter. I mean, honestly, that's where we just, you know, kind of need to call the herd. Or the other two guys that were, I mean, they were definitely, I guess, what's the political term? Unhoused? Homeless? And there was a train, there was an intermodal that had stopped at the crossing, and it was blocking the crossing, and I guess, you know, waiting for a red light, and they were going to go climb over the cars just as you hear the slack get taken up because the guy's going to start moving. So, and you're right, it does. I mean, and that's the reason there's rules in place. The same thing like with the server here. There are rules that are in place. Why? Because usually it's because somebody did something stupid and ruined it for everybody else.
You said our operating rules were written in blood. It's not because they just had nothing to do that day. There's a reason.
Yeah. And that's usually how rules come into place, is because, you know, somebody didn't take time to think. For Quincy, it's more of a safety issue because if you're out there watching trains and I can't see you, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You know what? The only thing I can say to that, Quincy, is what was the last thing that went through that guy's mind as your train hit him? His butt.
Had that many bears in 20 years.
All right, come on, set that handbrake. All right, so now we can move all these cars.
Transfer to that G757 open.
It'll be a long string of. Now I could be cruel and put, once I get done with VLS, is put that car on the end of the VLS tank cars and see if people notice that it doesn't belong to VLS. Somebody was going to say something.
3 cars open.
I heard you say string and I just yelled out cut.
Ah, okay. Did I say string? Okay, well, Briscoe's not here. Briscoe's not here, so I don't care.
Hey, it's your railroad. You can run it any way you want.
Absolutely right.
575 open.
And, you know, the other side of that, too, Quincy, is everybody's entitled to their day in court. So, which means what? Well, that means everybody's going to, you get, you know, if somebody's loved one gets killed by a train, they're going to sue the railroad because you should be able to stop that train on a dime to protect my loved one. My answer to that is, well, you should have taught your loved one to be smarter. Give me 2 notches. I do have another car for RWG over here. Okay. So let's see. Lucky for me, I only had a few bad incidents, but you never want to relive again. I get it. I mean, because of somebody else's stupidity, you have bad nightmares. Let's take this one off. You saw that too?
Yeah,
Deer, cows.
deer, cows.
I mean, that's one thing. I mean, no, they don't understand.
I blew a deer apart in a semi.
I blew a deer apart in a pickup truck.
Please don't do that in Minnesota. I have to clean them up.
No, this is Illinois, so it's all right.
All right.
A few years ago, I hit it at 65 miles an hour too. I actually slowed down 5 miles an hour before I actually hit it. Oh yeah. And I had one of those bull guards on the front of the semi, so there was absolutely no distinguishable part left of that. Well, there was somewhat distinguishable.
So yeah, my wife did that in the middle of it's weird. If you're familiar with the Sacramento area, by where Arco Arena is, where the Kings used to play, there's I-5. I-5 that's 4 lanes north and south. At 1 o'clock in the morning, she's traveling going northbound in the number 1 lane, and it was the weirdest thing. Up and over the central meridian, which is nothing but a bunch of very tall azalea bushes, bounds this deer and lands right in front of the van that she was driving. It's a total freak accident. Calls me, hey, I just hit a deer, van's limping. Where are you? I'm still trying to drive home. Okay, but the van's starting to overheat. Okay, your radiator's toast. Take the next intersection, get off, I'll come get you. And come check it out. So I get out. First thing, of course, I do the right thing. Are you okay? I mean, talk to me. Are you hurt? Are you okay? The whole bit. Then I walk around the van, look at the van. Yeah, the front end's completely toast. And she's on the phone. Just stay on the phone with me. Okay, I'll stay on the phone with you. She's like in tears because she hears this thumping and she thinks it's part of the deer is hanging off of the front of the front of the van. And that's all she's hearing is this thumping. Well, it actually was the headlight on the passenger side. So I'm like, that's okay. It's just a headlight. There's no parts. I can see some blood and stuff, but there's no part of the deer. You're okay. And so, I brought her something to drink and the whole bit, and she's fine. And so I walk around the van. I come back. I'm like, you sure you're okay? Yeah, okay. Question for you. Yeah. What'd you do with the meat? What? Well, it's deer. I mean, this is good eating. What'd you do with the meat? And she got mad at me for that. I mean, we're talking, she literally got mad at me for that. Well, her dad was in the area. And she called her dad and talked to her dad. Well, he showed up as we were having this argument over that joke. He walks around, gets out of the car. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. He walks around, looks at the van. He goes, well, yeah, I think the van's total too. But where's the meat? Oh, it was okay for him to say that joke. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll leave this car sitting here.
I cut it off right there at that switch. I thought I shoved that far enough. It's got We cleared out buggy crossing. You got room behind you. I'm looking at it. Just double back up, chill, make sure it's cleared out buggy crossing because them car inspectors can't get by. They can't work the track there. Yeah, okay, all right. What's the time and name on that EOC car?
RWG, was that? That's RWG there.
Under 4 at your leisure, 3338. What's time and name on that line there?
When I was little, someone called the cops on me and my father for watching trains, but guess what? He got fired because people who worked there know me. Was he? Well, no, wait, no. So, who? I mean, were they railroad that called you? That called the cops on you and your dad, or were they? Was it just a different industry? And then you're there on the side of the road, not on, as long as you're not on railroad property. In fact, Devin, that video that you sent me, I watched it last night, and so okay, now I know what out here what the AN is in front of all the light signals, what how it worked and everything, and so I get that. But even in that video, Danny Harmon's was basically saying, yeah, there's no good place to watch, so which means that he was staying off of railroad property. So he went to a different location to catch a train where he could get a good viewing, not trespass. Take the sign off. Which I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, technically I should leave the signs on because even though these are empty cars, they still have fumes in them. Oh well. Who cares? Oh crap. 9 miles an hour? Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Oh.
Might want to get on that other side, Will, just to see what
You saw nothing, Quincy.
that buggy crossing is. Or can you see it from that side? Yeah, right past us. Okay. We can get right, looking around, we start shoving on it. We just gotta clear that.
Alright, and cows are messy. When you hit them, they explode.
I bet.
Someone who worked for CSX and they were in the locomotive. Interesting. Alright, so I have another PPL. Oops. And there goes my chat again. Thank you, YouTube. And it's back.
Oh, the chat just quit.
Yeah.
Still having that issue.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm not 100% certain if it is YouTube or if it's a provider issue.
You got it. E575, oh. No, we good. We good. Everything's good on. Good. Yes, sir, that's right. Sir, man, give me a second. That should be good, Will.
They just hired the dude. I mean, to be honest and fair, I mean, I'm not saying that you were, but if you were somewhere on CSX property, that might be worth it to to call the the rail police, but I'm assuming you guys weren't. At which point, if someone's just taking pictures of the train, and I get it too. I guess apparently, when you're under probation, there's no forgiveness. I knew somebody that actually went to work for the railroad, and she was brand new and had been there for less than a month, and they let her go. And I'm like, that's really, really odd, and I couldn't get a straight story as to why they let her go. And then just conversations I've had with her made me think that, like here I'm running down the gauge. This is a huge no-no. If you're going to cross a track, you do it perpendicular to the rails, and you get, the shortest possible way to get across that track. And she was in a yard, and they caught her on camera, and she was just driving. Yeah, they were watching me on camera, and they said I did something that was against the rules, and I'm like, okay. An overzealous employee, yeah. Unfortunately, I have a couple of those at work that do the same. You're under probation. You want to make the cut. You get a little overzealous. RWG goes over here. I think I have another CWS, which will be on the end. That's actually the last set of cars that get delivered on your way back to Waycross. All right, let's shove this back a little bit. Oops, stop clicking on stuff. I got one more PPL. VLS PPL. RWG. Okay, I know what I'm going to do here. Yeah. Open mic.
Open mic.
Oh, I was listening on the
Oh.
on the radio chatter from Waycross. Did that just shut up on me? No, it's still going. Alright, let's back up. What's up, Chasing? How you doing? Had your brother in here earlier, and you're catching me here. I'm not quite done yet. I'm going to stay streaming until I finish this sorting of this A754 local here for the Fitzgerald turn.
Go ahead. I-197 Service Center needs a ride at Dairy Queen.
Okay, those two stay together.
Service Center now. A727 line to R7.
Ooh, Ken became a yardmaster.
Yep, sure did.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, come on, where are you? I'm waiting for Own Pro, supposed to acknowledge that. Where's your acknowledgement? There it is. A little bit of a delay there. All right, what do I want to do here? This one. All right, this one goes down to here. Can't do that because that's blocking. VLS goes down into there. I could probably pull that one. It does music twice. I don't know why it does that though. If I do that, PPL, I can do these. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave these behind. I'm going to grab this one. What'd you go to student support for? Well, actually, don't tell me here. I'll talk to you when I get back after spring break. But man, for somebody who never goes to student support, you're like one of the best out there. You and your brother never do anything wrong. And this is your last year. You know, you only got like 4 or 5 weeks left, and then we kick you out.
Okay, sounds good to me. Gonna meet IO25.
And it's like, have a good life.
There at Jamestown, and then signal location. I understand. I appreciate it.
All right, PPL will go in. That should be the last. We have 3 for PPL. No, yeah, we have 4 for PPL. We can get 4 in there. There's enough headroom down there on that. Can I do this? Can I do this? Yeah, it was a little short, but I did it. Gotta kick that car. Okay. Let's get rid of these 2. Take those signs off. And RWG. I don't think I can kick these. I think I need to shove this cut of cars back a little bit farther.
got permission to the shop.
Sounds like a plan, Jason. Some things we don't want to bring out because we got a bunch of people watching, so we don't want to bring out that dirty laundry. It can't be that dirty. That just tells me that when I'm not there, you guys get off the hook. So that handbrake. Open that coupler. Alright, we're going to pick up that car over there. I think the last of VLS is sitting right there. Ah, stop too soon. What's everybody doing? You guys are all so quiet.
I'm working.
Ah.
Working the local down
Same.
here in,
Whoa,
Savannah
working? Oh, this isn't work. This is fun.
Well, okay, so I'm having fun switching cars around.
I'm bringing power down to Baldwin, so it's work for me.
I gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, he has to do with me.
Uh-oh.
You don't have a train where you can send that stuff down there dead in tow?
I didn't have very many cars in the yard, so
Oh.
I'll get them in order.
Has anybody looked at Jack's ramp lately?
A727
I inbounded one, but
because some of the trains that are supposed to be spawning are supposed to finish up at Jack's ramp. So I'm just I was kind of curious if they're going to go through it and continue on, or if they were actually going to stop.
no, they go through it.
Okay.
I caught one of them. I didn't stay on to catch them all.
Hey, you about done down here in Waycross?
Me? What's up, man? Hey,
Yeah, right in front of you.
hey. There's a Sasquatch down here.
Oh, no.
Yep. I'm almost
Shoot it or
done.
take pictures. Gotta make sure it's real.
What, are you waiting for this one, or are you just down here harassing? Which is okay, too.
Just down here harassing. I just worked 2 yards and about to jump off, seeing if you needed any help before I jumped off.
I'm good. I'm almost done, as a matter of fact. Then the next one to actually have to sort will be the one for Rayonier. You've been on all night, haven't you?
I did a few hours last night, then I jumped back on this morning.
There you go.
Need somebody to go switch the plant out at Rainier, or at least gather up a bunch of outbounds.
That'll be. Well, I'm not going to do the switch the plant, but I got to add that to the plant matrix. Because if Ghost is going to be responsible for doing plants, he's got to be able to make the changes. And of course, first thing out of his mouth is going to be, I have to read?
50,000 questions on what he's supposed to be doing.
Right. Ghost was cool.
He's cool.
He's cool. Everybody's got questions. You know what? And the thing about it, the only dumb question is the one that goes unasked. Alright, now we're going to come back, grab these for VLS.
How you doing, Mr. Moore? On the 4, 33, 38.
Alright, these will come down here to we'll grab the VLS, move those in. I'll drop everything that I have. Then I can come grab all those, this string over here where PPL's at, along with their RWG, and put them on the end of that train, shove them down to the rest of the cut. Take the locomotives, and this is coming too hot. We're slow. We're gonna be fine. We're below 5. We're good.
Are you gonna cut these guys two
Oh,
off back here?
what just happened there? Why did it respawn? That was weird. It did, because I took the... That was weird. We're going to... Yeah, I'm going to cut... Just take the tankers for VLS.
Alright, I broke it apart. You can pull ahead.
Copy. I'm going to go get inside the cab of the locomotive since I got a conductor now. Let's turn wipers on.
Actually, it's not letting me break the train apart. I'm have to spam the decoupler button.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got a notification that you opened the coupler.
Oh, it showed closed for me. I just
Yeah,
kept
no,
spamming.
when a conductor, that's one thing. It's a weak spot at in Run 8. Conductors don't see the exact same thing a engineer would see. All right, let me know when I'm ready, clear to push back.
All right, where are you putting these at?
I've got an entire cut of tankers for VLS. So everything that I've got right now will go on to the end of that cut of VLS tankers.
All right, you got to take ahead about about a car and a half.
Car and a half. Oops, that was only should only been 2.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That leader there, 727, 30, 38.
All right, give me about 10.
10 cars.
708.
C. Detector. Milepost. 591.5. No defects. Repeat. No defects. Total axle.
And I think that should just be about the last cars I have for VLS. So everything will get left on behind. Then I'm going to go over and grab RWG and then pick up PPL and put them all on the string. We're going to shove them back into that cut of cars back there. And we just got to put the locomotives on the end, and then we're good.
All right, you're probably about 3 now.
3 cars.
Two and a half.
2.5.
27, center former, clear you west end derail.
1.
1 car.
Half.
50%.
10 feet. That'll
Dime. That'll do. All right. We're going to leave everything behind. All right. We got an open coupler. So I'm going to go back to, we'll grab, I think it's RWG that's over there.
Yeah, I think those are the last 2.
Yeah, and then we'll go in and we'll couple into PPL and then shove it all back.
switch is open. You can bring it on back.
Copy switch is open.
All right. When y'all do get back, y'all enjoy the rest of the day. All right, y'all enjoy it too, man. All right, appreciate it.
All right, got about a mile to go.
A mile to go. All right.
Mike, I'll bottom to the right at the 588. All right, Ms. Moore, y'all got a mark train.
Oh, those CWS are fouling the switch.
Alrighty, we'll fix it in a second.
Yeah.
Looks like you got about 4 good ones.
4 cars to go. Whoa, slow down.
Three. Slow it down, slow it down,
slow it down,
slow it down.
Slowing down, slowing down. Here we go.
Half.
Half.
Gotta do.
All right. We're not putting any air on them.
Alrighty, are you throwing these on top of these?
Yeah, we'll back them in. We'll back into the CWS and we'll push those back so we have to go past those to get the PPL and whatever else those were, and then we'll just shove everything back into I think it's a 726 and a 740.
Gotcha.
Then we'll go bring these back, tie them down, and shut them down the whole bit, and then I'll go ahead and grab the power that's sitting here and put it on the end, and this will be ready to go once those 2 locals up there in Fitzgerald are worked.
Alright, 2 to the switch.
2 to the switch.
That'll do.
That'll do. Come on, stop.
Looks like you got about 6 large ones.
All right, 6 to couple.
Looks like you got about 3 now.
3.
Two now.
2 to go.
1.
1 to go.
Half.
50 cents.
That'll do.
That'll do.
I keep shoving it on back, clear the switch.
All right.
All right, got about 1 to clear.
1 to clear.
And you are clear the switch.
All right, I'm gonna shove back a little bit more here. Now I can see the cars, and we should be completely clear of the foul.
All right, let me take a little slack out of it.
Come on. Okay. Oh, helps if I do this. I was sitting in neutral. There we go. Alright, coupler indication.
So you're gonna throw this next cut on top of this one, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, got the switch for you. Bring it on back the other way.
Copy. Clear the switch.
There'll be about 5 good ones.
5 to couple.
Yeah, that's right. One after our hander.
Four.
4.
I'm crashing.
You're crashing. Oh, you just disappeared.
Well,
Oh, now you're back. Whoa, slow down. You okay over there?
He's definitely having an issue there, isn't he?
LJ is. I don't know about Devin.
Yeah.
Catch that handbrake on that end for me.
I'm just up here around here kicking cars around.
Nobody else is having issues.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, all right. Yeah, his avatar disappeared, but he's there. He's just moving. He's moving around in circles. So I don't know if he's having a local issue or yeah, he's moving now.
719, outbound crew, got the Bolton 22076. I'm showing Macwood and low for 1300, 23463542340 low, 36686 tons, 7704 feet, got enough horsepower to get to Manchester. No defects or inside of effort. Now the key train, no restrictions. PDC working, Jordan's County inspected. All head in power, no ditching air Manchester, correct though?
Dang, this guy's going all the way up to Manchester? Waycross?
Right now they got 25 going by, and we'll see what we can do. Alright. Dispatch up.
Uh-oh. He just dropped out of Discord.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
he? He's still following the train. He's moving around. So, might be a local thing for him.
Yeah, I was having issues last night. It wouldn't let me in the locomotive.
That's weird.
I go in the locomotive and it like put me in the toilet area.
You know, it did that to me because I was trying to follow one of the trains that spawned, and it stuck me in the toilet, and I couldn't get out. I wonder if that's trying to tell me something. All right, so he's bowing over. So yeah, he's giving me little emotes and stuff. So he's still in the server, and the server for me, I mean, I connect the same way you guys do. I could actually connect directly, but I come in the same way you guys do. So there's something wrong with the server, I would see it.
Right.
But server's been pretty solid, unless it's the provider.
All right. Well, I have to jump out of here. My friend's coming over to me. Help me. Oh,
Wait.
not help me. I got to go help him get a chair.
Okay, well, I know that that's not true. You know how I know
Oh,
that?
yeah? Well, I
Yeah,
don't have
because
any friends.
you don't have any friends.
Ouch.
That's true. he only uses me because I can actually still lift stuff.
Ah, there you go. So, I'm kidding, of course. All right. Well, this is, I guess, the next one to work out here is going to be, we got the cars here for Ryanair need to be sorted. There's two cuts over there that need to be sorted into one.
I believe you got 650 down there at the beach tower. Need to ride from the west end of that F1 to his engine. Dirt roadside F1.
All right.
We'll see you later this afternoon.
All right, sir. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm almost done here. Just like I said, just got to put the connect this. I'll bring it up a little bit and make sure I have room for the actual power. And that'll bring the end to the stream, and then I'll go ahead and I'll update the matrix. So, but gotta make sure that it is, before you can send this one out, Fitzgerald's got to have room, and which means that I think LJ said he sorted it. Now it just needs, now the two locals up there need to be worked.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, my keyboard's doing weird.
Why is the main pink?
Oh, I gotta switch the crossover switch so that train would line itself out.
Ah,
It's supposed to.
okay.
Get over to Thomasville.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Ooh, right at about just a little over 5. I was busy trying to straighten out, clean up MU configs for the SC. It's a mess. What? Something is a mess, he says. I'm not sure what he's working on. Alright. Now we're going to pull this whole thing forward a little bit. So Quincy says, laugh out loud, I was busy trying to straighten out, clean up MU configs for the southeast. It's a mess. I'm not sure what he means by that. Okay, we're going to go ahead.
Detector, milepost, 591.5, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total.
Oh, yours. Okay, you're on yours. I got you. Okay. So, and if Brad has updated the pop file for the SC, I don't think he has. And I'm pretty much like we're done cleaning this up, but I'm not going to be doing anything. Let's go. Can I even pull? Come on, pull. Do you even have the guts to pull this? I don't think so. Let me get some air on this F7 sheet. Bail off. There we go. Had to get some air on the train. Could have probably bled the entire train so to get air to it, but that's alright. That way that's my inspection process too. To inspect the train when it's ready to go out of the yard. Oh look, everything's laced up. Unlike what happened in real life. Was it yesterday or the day before? Where a hose popped as the train was coming out of Waycross?
Yeah, I think it's a couple days ago.
Yeah. It's funny because the chat on that one, oh, he derailed. He didn't derail. Quincy has exited the session.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's out. Get some more notches on this. I'd rather have a hose pop than PTC throw a fit and toss you into emergency application for no reason. I get that one too. What I was talking about was that, I mean, who's been watching the Waycross feed and then they're coming out And he was coming across, and all of a sudden you just heard pop, and oh, I saw dust come up from the ground. The things that people were saying, I saw dust come up from the ground. He derailed. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. You can see it right there. I'm looking at where the guy was saying, and I'm like, he's not on the ground. I don't know what you're looking at, but yeah, no, he's not on the ground, and that's, and like, either a hose blew, or for some reason he put the train into emergency. And one of the two things. So it was a hose popped. So some of those people on that watch that are, you know what, your best thing is not to type.
I just put it up on the TV and let it run.
That's all I really do. All right, so that's good to go. Oh, pull back a little more. You jinx me. I forgot to close the ankle cock. So, F7 sheet, fix that one. There we go. That's the PTC. I forgot to close it, and I pull off, and next thing I know, I dumped all my air. Bring the locomotives to a dead stop. I pull the Quincy. Somebody coming down the ladder already?
Yeah, I am.
All right, hold.
Back in.
Hold up there.
You gonna slide those over here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put these right in the local yard. Usually I put them up where those were at, but yeah, I'll just put them in the get them out of your way, and then you can go ahead and tie those into that and just tie the whole thing down.
Or if you want to pull forward, I can pull behind you, slide back on those.
Oh, I'm
where
at
now.
Oh.
I see you. I see you.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot to throw switches. Wow. It might be nap time for me. Let's try this again. Take two. Come on. See, I like the SP units better because they got the Mars light on them. Alright, let's try this. All right, I'm in the clear. Go ahead.
On the move.
And then let that sit there.
FX detector milepost 591.5.
Quincy. Well, I almost made it through one stream without a single write-up, but nope.
Wouldn't be a stream day
All
without
right, you're
somebody
good.
getting in trouble.
Yep, you're clear, and switch is thrown. You're clear to come back to couple. And we'll pull this one forward. Flip that one. No, exactly. Unless somebody gets in trouble, which is usually me. Yeah, he's going to let me slide this time, but don't let it happen again. Whatever you say, boss. Alright, and then I want to put this one.
Detector, milepost, 591.5. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axles, 2.
And this one will go straight down the back.
Detector out.
All right. Well, this will bring it to a nice way to close. So the A754 is ready to go, but it is not cleared to leave, not until the 2 locals in Fitzgerald have been worked. That's really the only thing that's holding it up right now. And we need to figure out the train for, I think you said Oglethorpe is ready to go.
I think the industries are ready to be worked up there. I don't know if it's been switched or...
I think Henderson said that they were. He said that he just got done working it.
Okay.
All right, so...
Yeah, everything in the Fitzgerald yard and Oglethorpe yard is ready to go.
Isolate, turn it off. Handbrakes on, isolate, turn it off. F11, get inside the cab. Light switches off. Guard and gauge lights off. Everything else off. So everything's good. So this is good. I can now relinquish this one. Okay. So that's the end of the stream. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, watching, and I'll see you guys next week, unless I actually get hit again, which I don't plan on doing. So if you'd like the content I provide, please hit that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, like the help the analytics, and of course hit the notifications so you know when I go live next. And as always, thanks for everybody who was hanging out here. Doug, you're welcome. Thanks for the I hope you have checked the... Oh, yeah, concussion's good. I'm not able to... I mean, for about the first week, I was not even able to look at my computer screen. So headache's gone, light sensitivity gone. I'm not having issues looking at a computer screen, so I'm good there. That part's gone. It's the knee now that's holding me back. So, but anyway, I will catch everybody later. Let me go ahead. I'm going to mute myself in Discord. So, and let me turn off the chatter in the background for the radio. There's that. Okay. So, but yeah, if you like, and honestly, I mean, if you like Run8, if you have Run8, please come join us. I mean, we're here to help you. If you got questions, don't be afraid to jump in. I've got, there is somebody who's been watching my stream who's been a part of it. He wants to actually get some time to kind of get a feel for Run8. I get that, but honestly, the best thing to do is come hang out with us on Discord. You heard the guys. We have fun. They're a wealth of information. The best question that you can give is the one that you can ask, and I guarantee if you have that question, somebody else has it. We're here to help you guys. And some of these questions might actually be good to bring out on the stream. There are maps. It's getting an idea. I get it that the top-down view, whatever map you happen to be on, it does help to know the geography. But I'm not letting me stop. I'm not from here in Georgia and Florida, so I'm getting to know this map like the back of my hand. I'm out here in California, so it's BNSF and UP. I get it. I know where things are. I force myself into those uncomfortable situations. Ruffles, thank you very much for reminding me. Happy Easter, everybody, too, as well. And, of course, tomorrow, I hope you make it to your favorite place of worship. Go hang out with family, friends. If there's little kids, have them. Go, do that Easter egg hunt. But happy Easter, everybody. So I will catch you guys next week. I'm not sure where I'm going to be, what server I'm going to be on. I might be right back here again. Who knows? So we're going to try to see, and if you got something that you want to see or want me to bring up on stream, hey, jump into my Discords. The information's in the channel. Go ahead and DM me a question. I would love to bring those questions up because, like I said, if you got that question, somebody else has it too. Don't be afraid. Come join us. I will catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your weekend.